had started the work that we are doing now. And one community in particular knew about the work that we were doing in one region, in Chocó. We realized that they were one of the communities more polluted in this region, and they knew about an order made by the government to be involuntary resettled by the companies. So they were asking for people that could work with them from the human rights perspective, and they asked us to work with them and to get involved. And it's been 4 years now since we started, and that is why the consequences of the coal mining operations in Boquerón lead us to the global market on energy issues. And how many camps are there to oppose fracking in the country?
3 at the minute, I think. There's one for revision. And there's this one. There'll be more. It's a horrible process. It's hard work, you know. We don't just sit and camp. It's not like camp life. We're working all day. As soon as we get out of bed, we're doing something. Like today with the wind.
You're supported, aren't you?
Totally.
That's a
The
positive
local
thing,
support is amazing, and I've never seen anything like it. Oh,
And do you think that besides the local communities and the people living in the local areas that could be affected by the fracking, you can reach the people in the cities to get involved with this kind of things? Or
slowly becoming like, obviously the internet helps a lot, but we've had one guy who walked in, he was a pro-fracker, he was all for it, and he's like, I've looked on the internet, I haven't found anything to say fracking's bad. I said, you haven't looked.
Can't you look?
You haven't looked. And the time he left, and I started getting a bit irate with him, he says, oh, this energy is our heritage. I says, our land is our heritage. Yeah.
You would have thought by now most people would be a lot more aware of it than that.
I think people are frightened as well. I think people are frightened of rocking the boat. Like you hear of people frightened of losing their jobs if they come on the camp. You know, we had a few people, you know, come on and sat there and says, I don't want to be on camera because if my work finds out, I'll be sacked. So there's a lot of pressure on people as well.
The police don't usually say an awful lot, but one of them said yesterday, said something like, I don't give a shit, I haven't got children. Wow.
Yeah.
Because usually they just stand there looking all sullen.
Oh, one policewoman said, actually, it's like to rise you up as well, it's like to make you rise. I don't care if they poison the water or not. Yeah.
being authorities, oh my god.
Yeah. That's
how serious they take their job.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm a mother.
I'm
I'm not a grandma, but I'm an auntie, and I just hope to God there's something left for them.
Yeah, that's right. I want something for my grands.
If you have to pick some of the reasons why you are involved in this kind of struggles, what would be those reasons?
Her and my daughter and all the other kids.
Mm-hmm. And if we ask you, what are you defending? What would be your answer?
Our land, our water, our land, our rights.
Do you see any connection between your rights and the environment?
Yeah, totally. That we all deserve to be able to live and be healthy and have pure water, or as pure as we can do, and it's what your values are. I value these things and they're really important.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we came, the men were doing the cooking and us three women were trying to do the car park of digging heavy clay to get the pallets in. And we just sort of said in the middle of it, God, this is not going to happen in many places, would it? We'd get the men coming over, can you manage, ladies, do you need it? Do you know what I mean? It's just easier here, I think, than anywhere else, yeah.
When it comes to alternatives, if there is no a good perspective, coming from the fracking options, coming from the coal mining operation options, what would be an alternative for you, or the kind of alternative that you have been
I
discussing?
just love our government to say the powerhouse of the north, which is a phrase they use. Why can't we be the renewable powerhouse of the north and have money put into funding and research and actually making it happen here and being a centre for all the skills and the research and the knowledge and the actual making of things? I mean, people would be really proud to be known for that.
I think that environment is quite distant from the human rights species or the human rights causes, but in fact we live in the environment, and if we want to pursue ways of living that are really dignifying the sense of humanity, the quality of this environment is quite important.